Previously in Ninja Warrior Battle, 12 competitors took on the course in hopes of making it to the second week. However, 2 competitors fell just below the average and were sent to the elimination challenge. In the end though, Yukisaner just barely edged out Zach Draft to secure himself a spot in the second week of competition. Hey guys, I'm Miss Twist, and welcome to Ninja Warrior Battle Season 1, Episode 2. Tonight, the remaining 11 competitors take on the qualifying course and the extended course in hopes of making it to Week 3. And after 6 weeks of competition, the remaining 5 competitors will take on the finale in Las Vegas. The obstacles for turning include double step, spider jump, triple rope crossing, bar hop, and warp wall. However, replacing the floating tiles will be the block run. Competitors have to run across 5 spinning blocks, being careful not to trip up and fall into the water. As usual, the fastest time will get immunity and will not have to compete the rest of the week. Alright, first up today we're going to see Power Jaden. Power Jaden, sometimes referred to as Aussie Bro 2.0, is a competitor known for his extreme speed and skill on Ninja Warrior courses. He's been proficient in competitions such as One on Top and Ninja Coolio Warrior, so we'll see if these skills and speed can transfer well into Ninja Warrior Battle. Last week, Power Jaden was able to take the top time in the qualifier and ended up getting himself immunity, so he did not have to run extended last week. So let's see if he is able to recreate his performance from last week and get the top time once again. So far, going at a pretty consistent pace, not making any mistakes or stumbles, and he is right on the block run. So you can see those blocks will spin, so you can't afford to stand them very long or you'll get knocked off. And on triple rope crossing, it looks like he might even be ahead of his pace from last week. So far it's looking like Power Jaden is going to be pretty consistent on this course. Alright, and so far it goes extremely quickly for the bar hop, makes it through pretty efficiently, and he's onto the warp wall, and he clears in 39.03, which is faster than last week's pace, so good job Power Jaden. Let's see if that time holds up. Alright, next up on the course is Christian Panda YT. Last week, even though he had a slow time in qualifier, he really proved himself in the extended by being one of the only 3 people to complete the globe, one of the only 4 people to complete the globe grasper, and one of the only 3 people to actually complete the course. So far going kind of the same slow qualifier pace he was at last week, but he's pretty much going pretty consistently paced, and he's made it through block run. Now to triple rope crossing. He's definitely far below Power Jaden's pace, so he's probably gonna end up in extended this week. But we'll see. He still has a chance if he goes through really fast, and it looks like he will not. So he's not going to be Power Jaden's pace, but let's see if he has any issues in the warp wall. Alright, and he's up the wall, and he's cleared in time of 45.17. Next up on the course is going to be Kairu XYZ. He came extremely close to facing the elimination challenge last week. If I'm correct, it was by a margin of like 1 or 2 seconds, so it was extremely close. So we'll see if he can really get himself back together this week and improve on his results. Alright, he's straight on the block run. So far going at a pretty decent pace, so we'll see if he can keep this up. He's a little bit below Power Jaden's pace, but if he goes through the bar hop very quickly, he could still catch up. Alright, so he has about 10 seconds to beat his pace. Straight onto the bar hop, taking his time on this first transition. This costs him a lot of time, so he is not going to beat Power Jaden's pace. He will be having to face the extended this week. Alright, and he's through. Going pretty slow, but let's see if he can at least get the warp wall quickly unlike last week. And he's already struggling on it a bit, but he gets up the third try and he clears in 50.07 seconds. Let's see if he can do better in the extended. After that, 3 more competitors took on the course, starting with Gabe the Pickle, who ended up clearing with 43.17 seconds. Next up on the course is Zach Tract, who had a pretty good run last week, who ended up failing the globe grasper. He ended up clearing in 51.40 seconds. Last up on the course is Braver Coolio 02, who last week also had a pretty good standing in the leaderboard and ended up clearing in 43.56. Next up on the course is So Whatever Dude. So whatever dude is a skilled competitor who's made it Stage 3 Ninja Cooler Warrior 3 times, as well as having multiple Stage 2 appearances. Additionally, he's also cleared Stage 1 other comps such as Shinobi. Overall, so definitely a competitor to watch out for, and we'll see how he does tonight on Ninja Warrior Battle. Last week, So was near the bottom of the leaderboard, making it to the Globe Grapher in one of the slower times, and as well as clearing in one of the slower qualifying times. So we'll see if he's able to kind of pick up the pace this week and progress up the leaderboard. This round is pretty much no stress because it's just a qualifier, but you know, we'll see how he does. Alright, he's on to the blocker run, which is pretty much the most unfailable obstacle of all time because, you know, Roblox physics. Alright, now he's on to the triple rope crossing. Sorry if my commentator is weird today. I haven't actually commentated any of these runs in like 2 weeks. I'm just coming back to editing, so alright, he's on to the bar hop. Definitely going faster than he did last week. He cleared more in the 50s range last week, if I'm not wrong, and he's about to clear the course. Unfortunately, it will not be enough to beat Power J this time, and he's not gonna work well. Well, he pretty much blew his time, but he still cleared, which is pretty good, so good job, man. Next up on the court is Fortune Adds Up 09. He actually got 4th place in Extensive last week, which was a pretty good placement, as he, you know, got last place in the qualifier. So, anyways, he's on to the slider jump. Makes it onto the net, and he makes the jump down, and he does. Definitely showing a pretty quick pace again. Hopefully, well, you know, he might upset Power Drain's time, you know. No one's even gotten close to beating Power's time yet, because Power is like, you know, speed. Anyways, Force having a bit of lag right now. Hopefully it doesn't hurt his run too bad. Now he's onto the bar hop. Move for it quickly, but it will not be enough to Power Drain's time. He's too far below his pace. He makes the jump over the bar, but it's just not enough. However, he will clear one faster time once again, and he clears in 42.33. So a pretty impressive time, as Fort was not expected to be really good on the speed factor. Alright, next up on the course is G-Man 992421. So at the beginning of the competition, I asked the people, you know, what people do you think has the best chance of doing really well, and everyone has pretty much said that G-Man is a sure shot to top 3. Ever, I think, at the very least, he'll make it to stage 3 or 3rd place. Though he's also a win prediction, so, you know, G-Man's already shown that he can do well, as last week he had the 2nd fastest clear in Extended, and was also the 2nd fastest clear in qualifying. So we know he has speed, and he has skill. So that's a good combination to have. So we'll see if this season G-Man will live up to his expectations or predictions. Alright, he's on to the warp wall. He will not beat Power's time, but it'll be close. He clears in 41.36 seconds. So overall, good run, and we'll see how he does in the rest of the season. Next up on the course is Duckmaster 11211. Even though he had really fast times on the qualifying and extended, he was not given enough or a lot of recognition. So this is his first real chance to, you know, like, be shown to, like, really shown his run. So, we'll see if, you know, like, that, makes him, like, want to go faster. But, like, he didn't know this because this run was recorded back in January. That's how long it took me to edit this. But anyways, he's on to the bar hop, and he's, I think he might actually be able to beat Jaden's time. If he does it, he's gotta go really fast, though. Alright, he's on to the warp wall, and he clears in 39.00 seconds. He does it. Power Jaden cleared in 39.03 seconds. This is, so far, the closest times we've had between competitors all season. He literally beat him by like 0.03 seconds. That's pretty impressive. So unless the last runner beats his time, Duckmaster will get immunity. Last up on the course today is Euxinator. You know, he barely survived last week, so we'll see if he's able to kind of improve his performance. And, you know, I mean, going up for elimination is pretty scary. I mean, it's awful to be the first one eliminated from anything, so unfortunately Euxinator did not have to suffer the same fate as Zach Draft. But moving on, he looks like he's picking up the pace. He's actually on par to beat Duck by about 1 or 2 seconds. Moving pretty quickly through the first 4 obstacles onto the bar hop. Makes it through pretty quickly, and now he is onto the warp wall. I think he could beat his time, but he misses that first jump onto the warp wall, and it just he loses his time lead and, you know, falls below Duck's time. So now Duckmaster 11211 is guaranteed immunity. But let's see if Cleaner can at least get up the wall and still clear. Already falling below all the other clear times. See if he can eventually get up the wall though. Alright, he's going back. He's gonna try and take a few more attempts on it. Just kind of not giving up there. He looks like he really wants to clear. Alright. He's just trying to jump up onto that wall. You just can't seem to figure out the right technique for the wall. You just have to jump out a bit more to climb up. He's just not getting enough distance backward and forward, and he finally clears in 128.76. The first obstacle competitors will face on the back half is the salmon ladder. Competitors will have to use the bar to jump themselves up a set of rungs and make a transition to a resting bar. Then competitors will face the pole grasper, where they have to use extreme precision to make jumps between a set of poles. Even one misstep can result in falling in the water. Returning from last week, it's a cliffhanger. However, it's been modified to have 2 more ledges, heightening the challenge competitors will face. Any competitors who survive to this point will face a spider climb, where they have to wedge themselves in between 2 vertical walls and spider climb up 30 feet. The 2 worst performances on the extended course will face the elimination challenge. Alright, first up on the extended course today is Yuxinator. Last week he just barely moved on, so we're gonna see if he can redeem himself on the extended today. Last week's only real mistake was just he did not go fast enough, so if he can just keep a steady pace today and make it far enough in the course, he should be able to move on. Let's see, he did have a hard time to warp wall in qualifying, so let's see if he has trouble again. Alright, a little stumble and block run, manages to recover, and he's moving on to the triple rope crossing. Alright, now he's on to the triple rope crossing, which I just mentioned earlier, and he has cleared it. Definitely going at a faster pace than he did last week. Moving for your bar hop pretty quickly. Alright, and he's on to warp wall. Let's see if he can beat it quick unlike his qualifying run. A bit of lag here, but alright, he magically teleports to the warp wall, or through the warp wall to the salmon ladder, and he's up it, going at a much faster pace than last week. If he can just get through the pole grasper in a quick time, he should be set to move on. Alright, so this is our first look at this obstacle, and he's the first person to attempt it, so we'll see how he does on it. Moving at a pretty steady pace. Last jump, and all he needs to do is dismount, and he finishes it with about a time of 1 minute 14. Onto cliffhanger, onto new incline transition, and he just misses. However, that was a good attempt, and we'll see if that holds up. Next up on the extended course is Backtracked. Backtracked is a well-known member of the Roblox Ninja Warrior community who has done well in competitions such as Ninja Bloxer and Sasuke Roblox. However, what he's most notable for is hosting his own competition, Shinobi, which has quickly become one of the most popular competitions in the community. Let's see how his hosting background and skill will serve him in Ninja Warrior Battle tonight.
I feel pretty good. Apparently I didn't do as bad as I thought I was. Just kidding. I didn't have any expectation going into this, so I just tried going as far as I can.
Alright, and he's on to the steps. Last week, he did end up failing the globe grasper. He was kind of in a mid-pack time, so, let's see if he can improve on this and get on higher on the leaderboard, because, around the beginning of the competition, the 3 main people predicted to win the whole thing were actually Backtracked, Power Jaden, and G-Man, so those are right now the 3 competitors to watch out for. So we'll see if that can live up to these expectations. Alright, and he's onto the bar hop. Taking a bit of time to regen though. That might cause him to lose some time. Alright, and he's through the bar hop. Going at a decent pace, a little bit slower than Yuxinator if my memory serves well. And he's up the warp wall on the first shot, and he's onto salmon ladder. If he continues that, okay, he's stopping for whatever reason, but anyways, if he gets up to salmon ladder quickly and gets through the pole grasper quickly, he will beat Yuxinator's time. Though he needs to go a bit faster. If he goes too slow on these poles, he probably will be below Yuki's time. Alright. Alright, he's going at a really slow pace on these poles. He really needs to pick up the speed right now. And alright, he is below Yuki's time now, so he's gonna have to beat the cliffhanger if he wants to get into the first place position. Alright, and he's through the poles. Now into cliffhanger. He needs to complete this right now, or he will be in last place. Though only two people run, so I mean it doesn't matter too much. Alright, he's on to the last transition. Oh no, he misses the downward transition. We'll see if this run can hold up. Our next up take on the course is Kairu XYZ. Last week he just barely scraped by on missing elimination challenge. He was in 10th place, or no, 9th place in the extended course last week, so he just barely moved on. Alright, so now he's making the jump on the cargo net. So far I've seen two competitors attempt a cliffhanger and neither of them completed it, so we'll see if Kairu can make it to that point and complete it. Alright. He's onto the triple rope crossing, a bit of lag, or whatever, but it starts eventually. And, alright, and he's made it to the landing platform, whatever, and he's onto the bar hop. He's going at a moderate pace right now, I think a little bit faster than Dax, so... if Kairu can beat Yuki's pace, however, he will move on to week. He'll automatically move on to week 3. I think the pace to beat right now is 1 minute 14, so he needs to get onto the next platform before the cliffhanger in that time if he wants to guarantee himself to move on. If not, he'll have to beat the cliffhanger. Right, on to the pole grasper. So far, nobody's actually failed this obstacle yet. Alright, he's going through it at a very quick pace. If he can just get through it in a few more seconds, he'll be moving on. And, alright, he's moving on to week 3. But now, let's see, can he be the first competitor to conquer the new, more difficult version of the cliffhanger? Alright, he makes the flip transition. Now the downward transition and the transition to the small ledge. Alright, he makes it and he has completed the cliffhanger, and right now he is on track to be the first clear of the extended course today. Alright, he's moving to a quick clip spider climb. And alright, he hits the buzzer and finishes in a time of 1 minute 37 exactly. Good job, Kairu, and we will be seeing you in the next week of competition. After that, 3 more competitors took on the course. Gabe the Pickle once again made it to the cliffhanger but came up short. However, Fortune Azap09 made it 1 obstacle further than last time but could not complete it. Then, G-Man 992421 hit the buzzer, continuing his perfect buzzer streak this season. Taking a look at the leaderboard right now, we have Kairu XYZ in first place with a clear time of 1 minute 37 exactly, guaranteeing him a spot in week 3. However, on the lower end of the spectrum, we have Gabe the Pickle and Dak Track in the second class and last place for both cliffhanger fails. We'll see if any of them can make it into safety. Right now on the course is Power Jaden. He was able to get immunity last week, but however this week he just missed out. Right now he's taking on the extended course, he's already at the pole grasper. Right now he's going at probably the fastest pace so far. If he can just beat this within the next, if he can beat this obstacle within 1 minute 17 seconds, he will move on to week 3, and he's done it. He's guaranteed week 3, but we'll see if he can be the first competitor to complete this new buffed cliffhanger. Makes a flip transition going at a blazing pace right now, and alright, he makes it through the cliffhanger. Now he has to take on the spider climb, which so far has not taken out any competitors ever. He's going up very quickly, and he immediately moves his way into first place with a clear time of 1 minute 27:03. After that, 2 more competitors took their attempts at the extended course. So whatever, he managed to hit his first buzzer on the extended course, whereas Braver Coolio ended up failing the cliffhanger in the second slowest time, saving Gabe the Pickle, putting himself on the bubble. Next up in the course right now is Christian Panda YT, well actually last. He's arguably the biggest underdog in the competition due to everyone predicted him to actually be the first one eliminated, especially due to his slow performance in the week 1 qualifier. However, in extended, he ended up coming up on top, getting 3rd place in the leaderboard as one of the only 3 finishers. Right now he's going at a moderate pace, so he'll probably need to pick it up if he wants to beat Braver's pace of 1 minute 18. That's what he needs to beat to move on. Anyways, he's already making short work of the triple rope crossing, and he's moving on to the bar hop. He's gonna probably need to move a bit faster right now if he wants to beat Braver's time, because if he does not, he will have to complete the cliffhanger to move on. Alright, and he's through the bar hop and onto the warp wall. Can he get up in one shot? He does. And now he's heading on to the salmon ladder. He can't afford any mistakes in this right now, or he'll definitely fall below Braver's time. And he misses the first jump of the rung, but he manages to get up pretty quickly after that, and he's onto the resting bar, moving on to the pole grasper. He's definitely taking a kind of a slow approach to this obstacle. This might not be the best idea. He's got to pick up the pace right now. Alright. He has about 8 seconds to complete it. He's going really slow. I don't know if he'll beat Braver's time. It's gonna be close. Alright. Can he make... he just misses out on that time. By just literally like half a second. Alright, he's gonna need to beat the cliffhanger now. Alright. Alright, the last jump. Oh no! He comes up just short. And Christian Panda YT will be taking on the elimination challenge with Backtracked. Alright, first up on elimination today, we have Christian Panda YT. He got second to last place in Extended this week. He just didn't make it to the cliffhanger fast enough. Christian Panda YT is an underdog in this competition, so we'll see. Can he pull through in this elimination match against Backtracked? So far, having a pretty flawless run, hasn't had any fails yet. That's, you know, better than the last two guys from last week did. But anyways. He's onto the hanging cubes. This obstacle's not very hard, but if you rush it and fall, you could lose a lot of time, like up to 20-30 seconds. So, he's really got to move fast. Well, you know, and efficiently, and carefully. I really messed that up. Having a pretty quick pace. This is definitely faster than both paces we saw last week, and Christian's through, and he's onto the spin circuit. Alright. He's waiting for that that arm to come around so he can get onto it, and he's on, making his way across it. So far having a pretty solid run right now. If he can just make it through these obstacles in a quick pace like he's already going, he could have a good shot to move on. Alright, and he's made it to the end one try, and he's made it through in his first try. So far, no fails. This is shaping up to be a really solid run. Alright, he's moving his way through the first panel of Mental Torture, and he's on the second panel. So far, he's going pretty methodically through it, taking a measured approach to it, because rushing this obstacle can result in fail, and the goal of the obstacle is to get as far into this obstacle in as fast as you can, but he had to fall into one of the little dead zones, and he has to go back to start the obstacle, trying to get through those trusses there. Going back to the ladder. So for a good pace right now, he has a little bit of wiggle room, but he can't afford many more. Maybe he can only afford one more fail, and then after that, he's really gotta move. Alright, make his way back to the second panel, and he just falls, kind of misses the jump there. Then he's swimming back to the ladder, climbing up. Alright, taking his third attempt on the Mental Torture obstacle. Alright, going for the first panel, a bit of lag there, but doesn't seem to affect his run at all. Alright, he's going back up, and now he's just making transition to down, and he just falls again. The second panel. He's looking to have a bit of trouble on his panel right now. We'll see if this comes back to haunt him after DAC runs. Alright, and he is moving through pretty quickly. Alright, he's through the first panel, back to the second panel, which he's already had 2 falls on. Can he make it through this third time? Alright, he makes it through back to the third panel that he failed on his first attempt. He cannot go down, he has to make the jump, which he does. Alright, now he's got to jump. Cannot miss that jump. Alright, he's taking a good approach right now. He's starting to think through the jumps he makes, because any false moves can result in you having to go back to start the obstacle. Alright, he's almost to the 7th panel, and he just falls. Alright, this isn't bad because, you know, we have no idea how Dak will do, but it's in his best interest to get to at least 7th panel, because that was the cutoff last week. So probably getting to 7th or 8th panel is where you need to get if you want to have a chance. But, alright, he's taking his, like, 5th or 6th attempt now on the obstacle. He definitely got a good feel of the first 2 panels, so he should be able to get through these quickly. Alright, moving through, making it back to the 4th panel. Alright, he's nearing the point where he failed last time. Makes the flip transition to the 5th panel, and alright, he makes the jump this time, goes up, and now he's made it to the 7th panel. Alright, if he can clear his panel, he'll be in a good position to move on. And he just kind of overshoots that that ledge down there, and he's got to go back to the start. He doesn't have time to finish the course now, but he does have time to complete this obstacle. Completing this obstacle could be crucial in moving on. Alright, making the long swim back to the ladder. Alright, he's climbing up. He's taking on the obstacle for his like 7th or 8th time, I don't even remember now. Alright, and he just kind of falls in the mount. Alright, if he can go quickly, he can still finish the obstacle. He can still do this. Alright, here he goes. My computer fan is getting hella loud. Alright, making the wraparound transition kind of. Alright. And he just falls in the 4th panel. Alright. I don't think he has time to beat the obstacle, but maybe if he goes quick enough, he can just get back to that panel he failed at and possibly finish it. This will probably be his last attempt on the obstacle. He only has about 20 seconds left on the clock. Alright, he's moving quickly, he's starting to sense it. His time's almost up. And he kind of has a little slip up there. He has about almost down the klaxon. Alright, and there's the klaxon. And he just falls, and unfortunately that will pretty much be the end of his run. So we'll see if his run holds up against Backtracked. Good job, Christian. That was a solid run. We'll see if you make it. Alright, next up, take on the course today is Backtracked. He was overall last place in Extended, had a really slow time to Cliffhanger, but we'll see if he can make up for that performance and survive. Already taken an aggressive approach to the first 2 obstacles, and he is moving at a blazing pace right now. If he can continue his pace, he might not even have to complete the mental torture, he just have to make it to the 7th panel time. All he has to, he either needs to beat Christian's time 7th panel or clear it. So we'll see how he does. Already taking a pretty aggressive approach to the even 3rd obstacle, but he's still being cautious at the same time, which shows signs of a pretty good competitor, knowing when to go fast and when to take your time. Alright, on to the spin circuit. Christian made it through this obstacle pretty flawlessly, but at this point, Dak is already ahead of his pace, well ahead of his pace by like 5 or 10 seconds. Alright, make it onto the that extended part that he can make it to the landing platform, and he is through onto mental torture. On 2nd panel pretty quickly. My recording is complete crap. Alright, has a bit of trouble making onto that transition, but he makes it down, making the transition around to the 3rd panel, and he makes it. Alright, he gets stuck in the dead zone. He's gonna have to go back. Alright, he tries to go for the ledge, but it's not possible. Now he needs to go back to the ladder. Alright, his time is good enough because Christian didn't get to the 7th panel for a good amount of time after making it to the obstacle. Alright, now Dak's taking 2nd attempt. So far, not one person of the 3 attempts in this obstacle has completed it. So we'll see if Dak can be the first to do it. Alright. Had the same issues first run, but still manages to get through it. Onto the 3rd panel, and he has made it to the 4th panel for the first time. Makes a smart jump, makes a smart approach to it, and makes jump. Gets stuck down a little bit, but he manages to recover. Gets up. He needs to get up. Alright, he makes that jump, which is actually very difficult, from the downward ledge. Alright, onto the 6th panel. Alright. He's on 7th panel, he just needs to beat this and he will be moving on. Alright, gets a little stuck there, but makes a jump around. First person to do that right. And he's on to 8th panel, he is moving on to week 3. Good job, me. But anyways, alright, now it comes down to can he beat the obstacle and can he beat the course. He's already moving on, but we'll see if he can beat the course now. Alright. Onto the frame fitter, makes it through pretty quickly. And he's through, now he's onto the swinging hammers. This is already a flawless run right now. Alright, onto the 3rd hammer, 4th hammer, 5th hammer. He's gonna be the first person to beat the course. Alright, onto the razor climb. Climbing up it. He's almost done, and he's cleared the course with about 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining on the clock. He is moving on to the next week, and he's become the first ever person to finish the Elimination Challenge. Good job, Dak, and we will be seeing you in the next week's competition. And with the end of Backtrack's run, we will see Christian Panda YT being eliminated from the competition. Despite being an underdog, he just unfortunately cannot overcome the challenges that he faced in the Elimination Challenge. Next week, there remain 10 competitors to take on an even harder course in hopes of making it to the 4th week. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and goodbye.